how do you deal with not being bogged down with service delivery? Because I know that's a huge thing with agencies. It's pretty much like working a 9 to 5. So how do you kind of solve that problem?
I think that scalability is definitely a really hard thing when first starting your agency. With us, it took us about 8 months to finally realize that this was an issue and that we were pretty much just glorified freelancers with our agency, to the point where, yeah, we were working with small businesses, working with local businesses, but we were essentially just creating bottlenecks every time we picked up a new client. We weren't niching, and we really didn't have one specific offer dialed in. Once we realized that this was something we needed to fix and resolve, we were able to implement different automated systems in our business. For example, we automated our onboarding process. So instead of me having to hop on meetings with clients right after they've signed up, we now essentially just send them an email right away after the PandaDoc contract is signed, so that they can be provided all of the information up front. This could be the calendar link to schedule another meeting. This could also be any onboarding tutorial videos, setting expectations ahead of time so that your clients have everything right away. So you're not checking your email and going everywhere trying to provide them with the information. So we found that this is a great way to remove yourself from the agency, is to implement automated systems. Zapier is great because it allows us to connect Slack, ClickUp, Google Drive, Gmail, everything that we use. We can kind of create one system and operate our entire business from Slack.
Yeah.
And this is great because now we can travel anywhere. You can also automatically delegate tasks out, so we can run our entire business through Slack.
Yeah, and it basically, it turns it into a well-oiled machine.
Yeah, well, in order for it to be a well-oiled machine, we have to, have sales, and we have to have clients coming through, because what we realized early on was that we had such a great machine. I spent months and months building our system, but we had nobody to put through that system. We had no clients to run through that system. We weren't actively doing outbound sales or outbound prospecting. So essentially, I had built a well-oiled machine without anything running through it. So It's very important using outbound prospecting and email campaigns, as well as using a opportunities board in order to create that lead flow and create that flow. So what have you seen through outbound prospecting? One big thing is not everyone knows that your domain can get flagged for sending mass amounts of emails. If you have a couple thousand emails and you were to put them in Go High Level CRM and send them all at once to a specific audience, a lot of it will go to junk or go to spam and can actually put a hit on your email domain. What is something you would tell people, some advice you'd give people if they wanted to send out mass amounts of emails without losing their reputation on their domain?
Absolutely. I mean, for us personally, we have a dedicated domain for sending those emails. So we bought a separate domain that's different than our normal one that we use for our website. Cold outreach domain and main domain is different. And you literally just change up the domain a little bit, we put a dash in ours.
The call to actions in the email are to the actual domain?
Straight to our calendar. We found if people go to our website, they're just kind of searching around. They don't really have a direction in sight. So we actually want them to go straight to our calendar. If you send them straight to your website, they have way much more room to wander around, go to different tabs, get sidetracked. So you definitely want people going straight to your calendar.
A lot of people don't know this, but a website actually has a 1% conversion rate compared to a sales funnel. A well-structured sales funnel has a 5% closing rate.
I mean, it totally makes sense. I mean, a website is basically just like a huge, almost database about your company. There's a ton of different things, a ton of different tabs, and a funnel serves a specific purpose. Then that purpose is to funnel people into your call to action, which is to book an appointment, to start a free trial, to buy now. It funnels that customer into a certain spot, exactly where you want them to go. You can tailor your funnel to cater to that.
A lot of people make mistakes in their funnel. They include way too much information that's not necessary. I also see that in some people's funnels, there's too many steps, as well as people don't know how to properly structure a video sales letter in their funnel, as well as captivate their audience with a cold friendly offer.
I would honestly say use a VSL. VSL is a video sales letter. What this does is basically a video of you talking, or it can be like a pitch deck, explainer deck. It's showing the customer who you are, what you do.
If you are creating a video sales letter with the intent of directing more traffic and converting more sales through a landing page, then it's important to state a problem that you're solving right away, or a problem that your specific target audience is experiencing. State specifically who the video is for or who your offer is for, and make sure that anybody who is not qualified or who isn't going to be qualified, that you tell them that they should leave the funnel immediately. It's also important that then you walk through the process of how you take your clients from A to B with every step in between every activation point as well, the end result that you're going to get this person. If you structure a video sales letter specifically around that, put it in a well-structured funnel with your call to action below it, as well as your cold friendly offer above it, and then some social proof, some testimonials, some case studies below it. And at the very bottom, another call to action for the same exact thing. If you're trying to get email opt-ins or even calendar or even booked appointments on your calendar, that this is going to have a 5% conversion rate compared to a traditional website that just has a ton of different information on it, or a shitty funnel that has way too much stuff on it and it's distracting, it's unnecessary. So
not only does it educate the potential customer about you and your business, it also answers objections before it happens. So in your VSL, you want to think about what possible objections might they have and answer that in your VSL.
Yeah.
Answer those objections before they hop on that call. When they hop on that call, they're not asking what you do because they know what you do. They saw the video. They're asking how much it is.
Have you seen people actually show up to the calls ready to buy?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Compared to just outbound prospecting where you finally book an appointment, you send 100 cold emails, you finally get that appointment, and your lead shows up and he doesn't even remember what Facebook ad he filled out. He doesn't remember what he signed up for.
Yeah, no.
And it's a lot different when you have inbound leads from a video sales letter with paid media behind it and a well-structured funnel, and they know exactly what they are signing up for, what is entailed, and they obviously know that depending on your video sales letter, there's a specific budget that they need to have to show up to the meeting, or else they're going to look like an idiot when they show up to the meeting. So it's crazy to see the difference from inbound versus outbound, because we've gotten to the point where a presence on social media, built a social brand online, provided value to a large audience in a specific niche online, to where now we don't even necessarily have to rely on outbound prospecting, and we don't even need to make cold calls anymore because everything is coming in through inbound. We have a video sales letter, we have a well-structured funnel, we have appointment setters, we have everything that we need, and now all we have to do is pump ads into it, and it's the greatest thing, and it took us 8 months to realize that.
Yeah, and it was a big switch because before we'd have people hopping on the call not even knowing what we do.
Yeah.
And then you have to go through a whole process of educating the customer.
Mm-hmm.
And if you have to educate someone in sales, you've already lost. If there comes a time in the sales process where you need to educate your customer, you've already lost, in my opinion, because they need to know what you do, they need to know how you help them before they hop on that call.
Yeah,